we wanted to show you that if you're running the generator, number one, I did start the generator on the unit, but when you get an actual display on the microwave where it's actually showing the 00, or if it was showing time, that's how you know you are actually getting 110 volt power. Okay, now going down the road, one of my suggestions, especially in the summer months, is to turn the dash air conditioner off. Okay, now remember that the generator uses the same gas tank that the engine uses, but it's going to be a lot more efficient. You're going to get better gas mileage on that if you were to turn the dash air conditioner off, turn the generator on, and actually run the roof air conditioning. Now the air conditioning for the central air is going to come out all these circular ducts here throughout the ceiling. And it's also got a dump feature here that if you're driving or riding in this area, instead of it being directed to all the individual ductwork, you could open this area here and it's going to force that cold air down in this central area. Okay, in this particular instance, I am going to close this back up because just keep in mind, if that's open and you go to bed at night, you're not going to be getting that cold air coming out of any of that ceiling ductwork. So I did close that again, but if you were driving down the road, I'd suggest you probably open that and kind of cool this area. But let's just step back to the thermostat, which is in the hallway here, and this is the thermostat that'll work the furnace and the air conditioning. So first thing we need to do is just turn it on. Right here it's actually saying it's on auto. Okay, it's only on a fan right now. That little green light right there is just showing the fan. If I press this mode again, it's going to go down to the cool. Here it's showing we have a temperature of 73. Okay, the air conditioner just kicked on and it's going to try and maintain 73 degrees. Okay, again, the plus and the minus is if you want it lower in here or if you want it higher. Okay, today, of course, we don't need the furnace, but if you did want the furnace on, you would just hit the mode to the furnace and it would try and maintain 72 degrees. Okay, we're going to go back. Right now, it is on, I'm turning it, actually, when it's not lit up right here, let me just go to here. When it is lit up right here, it's going to be turning it off. Okay, again, you just heard the air conditioner cycle off. We want it on. Actually, I'm going to turn it to auto, and it's going to try and maintain 73 degrees. Now again, you're going to hear it cycle on shortly, and then we'll continue with the demonstration. Just want to point out this little light here is for your hall light. Okay, that's right above Hannah here. Okay, now let's move back up front, and I'm just going to review putting the slides out. In this particular unit, it's got a main slide room right here, and it's also got a closet slide in the bedroom area. Now, neither slide has to go out. If you don't want to use the slides, you don't have to. If you just want to use this front one, all you need to do is put out this slide. They are individual. They're both individual switches. Though the switches to control the slide out rooms are right over here, and this first one that's nearest the door is for the closet. Oh, I'm sorry, it's for the main area. As you can see, it's just, I'm pushing the button, holding the button down. If I were to stop, take my finger off the button, the slide out is not all the way out. We always want it either all the way out or all the way in. Never leave it partially out or partially in. So I'm going to continue with the out. You always want to make sure there's nothing obstructing that area at all. Make sure there's nobody in the seats in the slide out when you are extending or retracting. Also, I want to show you there's 3 sets of seat belts here. We kind of tuck the seat belts just for storage area, but here you've got 1 set here. They're your standard seat belts. You push the center in to actually release them. If they do fall behind, you're able to just lift this up and kind of put your hand through to grab them. Okay? Windows, while you're traveling, we do want the windows closed, especially if you're running the generator. The exhaust from the generator and also from the motorhome, if you were to have the windows open, is going to be coming into the motorhome. But if you did open the windows, say you're parked and you want to open the windows, it's just this butterfly toggle here. Just bring it down and they slide open. And you have screen right here. This whole area would be for screen. Just keep in mind, I mean, if it is really dusty, dirty in that, it's probably better just to leave the windows closed. Again, you're just going to push them closed and bring that toggle up. And then it's secure. Okay, the blinds, they are just the single shade blinds. It's either up or down. Make sure if you do have the windows open that you have the blinds up. You're not going to get a lot of airflow through the blinds if the window is open. And also use 2 hands to raise and lower. Okay. There is a light under here. These lights, this light is controlled by this toggle switch right here. And then the light over the dinette, or the lights over the dinette, is controlled by this toggle switch. Okay, cabinet wise, you've got storage here. You've also got storage in this area. Now you're going to see a couple things in this area. We do have the Ford owner's manual, and the insurance and registration is tucked right here. If you were to have an accident or anything, we do want an accident report, and we should be called. And your Ford owner's manual is all right here. So this information, we would prefer everything stays in this cabinet. This is the owner's manual for the unit. And then this is just a diagram showing for car seats, how you would be securing a car seat in the motorhome. Now, as far as rules on seat belts, you should abide by the same rules that you do in your car. Although the driver and the passenger are to be seat belted at all times, passengers in this back area, use your discretion, but again, it's best if when you are seated, you are secured. The overhead sleeping area up here is not an area that we want people to be traveling in. It's a very unsafe area. There are no seat belts up there. It's a great area to be in when you are parked. What I have in my hand right here is the privacy drape. You can see there's Velcro here. There's also Velcro here and here. The drape actually goes secured from here to here to close off the cab area when you are parked for camping purposes. Make sure that this curtain always gets folded up and put back in this same area. Okay, another on the wall right there is the insurance information for this motorhome also for your reference. Okay, cabinets should always be closed during travel. This area up here is a sleeping area. We did show some pictures actually of how everything is set up. This was on our website. But for operations of this, there is a solid piece of wood in here. This should be rolled so the black is actually facing like so. It does have security straps that if you did have people sleeping up in this area is a queen bed. You could actually secure this safety net Now this could be used also if you're traveling and you're using this space for storage, but it secures like so, and these are adjustable. Okay, and then that ladder actually secures right in here. Okay, and again, this can be undone so that you can climb up in the area and then it will be re-secured. Okay, just a few things up here. You do have a light switch up here. That toggle switch right there is to control that light. You also have a 12-volt fan. You see that little black knob there? You want to open up the vent lid, and then it's got a on-off or a kind of a turn knob there. That's for the speed of the fan. One of the things is if you can have that running as you're going down the road, but in the event of rain or anything like that, we do want you to shut it off and close that vent. Otherwise, this area up here is going to get damp and wet. The curtain right here, this is just Velcroed here and goes on a slider to actually close off this area if someone is sleeping up there. Again, we don't want you to be using that during travel. And I'm going to just undo this. And this can stay down while you're in the driver and passenger seat or traveling, but it's almost best. It just opens things up if you just kind of flip it over. And then you'll want to secure that ladder on top and maybe push it back so that in the event you stop fast, it's not falling forward.